everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today we have two podcasts. The first podcast of today is by Ghizlane, Antibiotics. But as usual, before we get into the podcasts, there are some mispronunciations. It is antibiotics, not antibiotics. It is antibiotics. And the next word is share. I actually noticed this with a lot of my students. Instead of saying share, they say chair. In English, C and H almost always are going to be pronounced sh. So share. Share this with others. All right. Without further ado, I'll leave you with the podcast. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I am very happy to share this moment with you. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic. It is something we all use. It is something we all trust. However, it is also something we often misuse. So today's topic is antibiotics and antibiotic resistance in Morocco. To begin, let me describe a very common situation. You don't feel well, you have a sore throat, you feel weak and tired, so you decide to go to the pharmacy. Then you say, please give me an antibiotic. I want to get better fast. Many people do this every day. However, very few people stop and ask a simple question. Do I really need an antibiotic? So now let's slow down and understand this better. First, what are antibiotics? Antibiotics are medicines. They are very powerful. They kill bacteria. As a result, they save many lives. In the past, before antibiotics, even small infections could be deadly. Today, thanks to antibiotics, many serious infections can be treated. However, antibiotics have an important limit. They only work against bacteria. They do not kill viruses. Therefore, they do not cure colds or flu. This point is very important to remember. Now that we understand this, let's talk about antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic resistance happens when bacteria change. Over time, they become stronger. Because of this, they learn how to survive the medicine. As a result, the antibiotic stops working. So, how does this problem begin? First, it begins when antibiotics are used too often. Second, it happens when they are used for the wrong reason, for example, for flu or colds. In addition, resistance increases when people stop treatments too early or take antibiotics without medical advice. Little by little, bacteria adapt. As a result, they become resistant. This is not a small problem. In Morocco, as in many other countries, antibiotic resistance is increasing. Because of this, doctors see infections that are harder to treat. Some medicines no longer work like before. Therefore, patients may need stronger drugs. Sometimes they stay longer in the hospital. In some cases, treatment becomes more complex. As a result, everyone is affected. For example, a simple infection can become serious. A small wound can become dangerous. And the surgery becomes more risky. Even more worrying is this fact. New antibiotics are not coming fast enough. Developing a new antibiotic takes many years. It also costs a lot of money. Therefore, we cannot rely on new medicines alone. Many people think this problem is far away. They believe it only concerns the hospitals or doctors. However, this is not true. In reality, this problem starts at home. It starts when we take antibiotics without need. It continues when we share antibiotics with family. And it grows when we stop treatment early because we feel better. Although these actions seem small together, they create a big problem. So, what can we do? First of all, only take antibiotics when a doctor tells you to. Secondly, never use antibiotics for flu or colds. Thirdly, always finish the full treatment, even if you feel better after a few days. Moreover, never share antibiotics with others, and never keep them for later. By following these simple rules, you protect yourself, you protect your family, and you protect future generations. Finally, let's end with this message. Antibiotics are a gift of modern medicine. However, a gift can be lost if it is misused. Therefore, using antibiotics wisely means saving lives, not only today, but also tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I hope it helped you understand this issue more clearly. Until next time, take care, stay informed, and bye.